We've got company mergers, a lot of indecision, and a psychedelics retreat. All that and more coming up right after this on the Younger After Show. Stay with us.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Yay! I'm so glad to be back. You guys, welcome back to the Younger Season 6 After Show. Tonight we're talking all about Episode 6, Merger, She Wrote. I'm so glad to be back with all of you guys and my amazing humans over here.
Welcome back.
I'm so glad to be here with you guys. I've got Farai here.
Yeah, this is the first time we're meeting.
I know.
You're like, I'm glad to be back. I'm like, I'm glad to meet you.
And Sahai.
Hello. Happy hump day, everybody.
That's right. It's a great day to be Wednesday.
Yes.
Well, we've got a lot to talk about tonight. We've got mergers, biohacking. You know, poor Liza's got a lot on her plate. And we've also got news and gossip, Youngerisms, and predictions. And some exciting news I'm excited for that you guys hopefully know. If you're a big fan, you already know. But what were your guys' overall thoughts on this episode? I mean, I felt really bad for Liza. You know, it's just like, I don't know who to choose.
I know.
It's just like some funny moments for
I
her.
really liked this one because it moved a little slowly. As we were saying, we thought there were going to be more like major moments, but I did get to see Liza dance, which I always love. I got to see her connection with Josh again, which you guys know I love. And I just thought it was cute and fun. And I like the fact that Maggie got her mojo back because, you know, when Maggie's off, we're all off. So
I love that she was like, it's gone. I'm like, Maggie, what are you talking about? You were just with like 3 other girls in like the past episodes. Like, what do you mean your mojo's gone? It can go away for a few hours and come back.
yes.
It's like the flu when you have it.
Yeah, maybe the garlic sucked it out of her.
Oh, ooh, yeah, that and there's so much more.
Oh my God. I just remembered that.
I think every time I have like garlic bread now, I'm gonna think of that.
Oh my God.
I think so too. Actually, I think I did think of that when I ordered for 2 guys when Italy.
Oh boy. Well, let's get into topic 1. So let's talk about the psychedelics retreat. When that first happened, and Kelsey was like, yeah, Liza, you should go. And Liza was like, uh-huh. That sounds like totally up my alley. She was like totally petrified. What did you guys think of her like initial reaction going into that?
I'd be petrified too. First of all, is that even legal to have a retreat like that?
I don't know.
I would get like marijuana, but like LSD, even though they weren't saying it was LSD, they were just like, we can't legally say those things. I'm like, well, I'm legally not taking this.
I think if it was like administered by a doctor, you can get away with it.
But they were doctors.
I mean, we're like doctors.
I know. Were they like chiropractors where they're like, you know, somewhat doctors, but they don't go to medical school? Like, I don't know.
I don't know. I'm scary with stuff like that, like to try things because I feel like once you go, I'll never come back. Like I'll never be the same after. But it was kind of interesting. I felt like in a safe space like that where they had a nurse and people to watch you. I would do it. Would you guys do it?
No.
You're adventurous.
I don't know. I mean, and this is a PSA as well. We definitely don't condone drug use
Not
here
at
at
all.
AfterBuzz.
Unless it's legal.
Unless it's legal.
Even if it is
but,
legal too.
You know, there's a big community, especially here in California, with like big festivals like Burning Man and Coachella and things like that, with like ayahuasca and all these kind of like medicinal types of drugs that actually people say can really help you, I guess, like find your way
right.
in a spiritual sense. So it's an interesting, I guess, topic.
Yeah.
That it's obviously got like a lot of, you know, a lot of people on both sides of like people that support it, people that don't support it.
And I found
there's
it
a fine line.
Yeah, I found it interesting when the young lady was like, when Charles was like, you know, my family drinks alcohol. She was like, alcohol is so bad for you, but these are healthy.
Yeah.
So it's like that perception of what's healthy versus what's not. I think it's a good alternative if you need help to like prescription drugs, which may be unhealthy. But what I found interesting also was that Kelsey wasn't automatically going with Liza. Like, I guess because she's the boss now, she can't go to fun stuff.
Yes, she's too serious.
And that's like her whole thing.
Right?
A freebie, which is like my whole thing. Like, that's my brand.
Right.
Like, I'll go on a fun trip. If I'm getting paid to go to Coachella, you bet your bottom dollar I'll be right there weekend one. But I think the drug thing only scares me because one time I watched like a documentary about like Molly, and it like scoops. It's basically like, say your brain is like an ice cream sundae, like when you take it, it scoops that out. So I'm just like,
Oh no.
that's what I'm saying. Like, is that legal? So PSA for those of you, do whatever you want, but I'm just letting you know the facts.
Yeah, your brain will be scooped out.
Yeah.
That's right. It will have holes like a honeycomb. Yeah, I know. I was surprised that Kelsey didn't want to go too. I mean, she was like, "Bring me some home."
Yeah.
But I'm also surprised that Maggie didn't like tag along.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like that would have been fun. And then what were your thoughts on like? I was so angry when Charles was like, "Oh, the retreat," and I was like, "Of course you're going."
I know. Again, I've been saying I think he has access to her calendar, but I guess the publishing community is so small. Whatever Liza knows about at Mercury, Charles will know about as well. But it is very annoying. And I'm like, guys, you guys sleep together. You go home together at night. I guess they're still not talking about work. This is why they never know each other's calendars.
Well,
It's
I guess she
weird.
hasn't really been going home with him either.
Yeah, she's been like mad at him the whole time. But I also am starting to agree with you about the calendar thing, because it's like, when did he get so woke about psychedelic retreats? Like,
Right?
he's just like, oh, I was invited too. I'm like, oh, who?
He said it was because it's the hottest book and he always knows like what's up and coming now. So I think that's what Charles likes about having this new company. It forces him to kind of, before he was back in the office and having to do like, more boss-like work, but now he's like in the streets kind of hustling for new books and stuff, and maybe he finds that exciting.
I mean, that's reality. I mean, you always have to like keep up, especially whatever industry you're in, you always have to do something new. Like, everyone's taking someone's job these days, so whether it's a robot or someone who knows something better than you do.
Right.
So that's point blank and the period.
I mean, I kind of feel like I should know something about the publishing business after watching so many seasons of Younger.
Definitely.
But I'm like, is there really that many people out there like bartering for the same like books that aren't even written yet? I mean, it just blows my mind.
Oh, think about it. I mean, like, I'm sure, yeah, definitely. I'm sure if Wendy Williams writes a book one of these days, everyone's gonna be like, I want that book.
She
or
has.
Oh, yeah, see? Or like, who else has like a tell-all story? Like, if someone decides to write a book about the college admission scandal, even though I know it's gonna be a Lifetime movie, don't come for me. I know that's happening, but I'm just telling you now. If it was a book, Simon and Schuster would be like, that's mine.
Right. I think it's
That's
like
true.
like developing TV shows. Like
Yeah.
everyone's kind of rushing to get the same idea, but who gets it first?
Yeah, that's definitely true. And then when we go back to the psychedelic retreat, when Liza sees Josh, I was like, yeah,
Josh was looking mighty fine in this episode too.
so good.
Pride, don't
No
do-
comment.
Well, for all of you Josh and Liza fans out there, I hope you were as excited as me.
Taylor, where are you? I need backup. Why am I
know,
alone?
right?
I'm like in literally a Josh sandwich, and I'm the Charles jelly, like that, the slippery one, the sneaky ingredient. Like, I don't like that.
Taylor is unavailable today. She's in our hearts. but
Taylor, come back, please. I'm alone.
Josh was looking great, and it was really cute to see him, to see Liza, like just this. And please note, it was taking the drugs. How happy she was. Just
For
saying.
sure. She was like, thank God you're here so that I don't have to deal with Charles right now. And I can have like a little bit of like fun escape. I also love that they were like, cheers.
Yes, when they took the I keep on
The
calling it
microdose.
the microdose together.
Yeah, right before the scoops out of their brains.
But why do you guys think she took it with Josh and not with Charles?
Well, I honestly don't think Charles took it at all.
oh right, he said
Yeah, they never clarified that. I just realized.
Because he was like, oh, I haven't taken it yet. But then he like, I don't think he ever took it.
Yeah.
Because the next morning he was just like, yeah, I'm good to drive.
Was that fake? Was it all a lie? That's
Yeah.
the first time I've been really clowned by Charles. Wow, I'm really going to have to reevaluate
Listen,
some
you should
things.
always question sneaky Charles. Just saying.
Yeah, and I'd love to hear what you viewers think on this too, because I'm not really sure if he did take it or not. I mean, I think he was like, oh, I found so much clarity, but I think it was honestly just from talking to Josh.
Yeah, I don't think he took it. I think, I don't know, Charles is kind of a square that way, you know.
Totally.
As you see, Josh took it because he's wild and crazy and fun and amazing.
Did you just call him a square?
Yes, I did. I did. I think that's the perfect word for him. But speaking of square, do you guys feel like Liza has started dressing differently since she started dating Charles?
Yes.
Because when they walked to the car, her outfit was cute with the turtleneck and the pants and the poncho. But I was like, it's very mature.
There was snow outside. It's upstate New York. I am not letting you turn that into anything. Don't listen to her.
Just saying, he's taking her youthfulness away from her.
He's not. She's at Millennial. It's fine. Her style is fine. It's cold. I would wear a turtleneck too. I don't like turtlenecks, but if I was in that weather, I'd be wearing a turtleneck too.
Okay, we'll see. When she was with Josh, she was in, combat boots and thigh-high socks and mini skirts.
Well, when she was with
true.
Josh, she had to keep up with the lie that she was 26. So,
Still.
boo-hoo
Yes,
was the option.
She's acting her age now.
That
I
was
love
J. Crew.
it.
Boo-hoo.
And Charles is getting younger with all of his
True.
forays into psychedelics. Yeah, I don't know about Charles, but I did love the musical scene as well.
Yeah, I just always love seeing Sutton dance and sing because she comes from that world. So to see that other side of her is always fun.
What do you guys think she's going to do? I mean, obviously, the psychedelics really gave her a glimpse into her own mind of like, what am I thinking here? Do I like Charles? Do I like Josh? I mean, this is her first time really seeing that she still has feelings for Josh. So what do you guys think about?
I don't think she has feelings for him. I think she was just high on LSD, and that's just what happens. That was the last person who she saw. The other person was who she's with. I think that has nothing to do with anything. I think that they tied up everything kind of like in a bow towards the end with everything, and I think everyone's happy. Everyone got what they wanted, so they're going to be together and live their lives. And
Fine, you Josh hater.
yeah, I'm sorry. That's not me. That's the show telling you that.
I think you're in denial because, hello, she had a whole conversation with that nurse about Josh. And, they say when you drink alcohol, it's like a truth serum. So the truth really comes out.
That's actually not true. I've said things under the influence that I 100% don't mean.
Maybe you did mean it deep down inside.
No, and if I meant it, I didn't mean it for long. I was like,
Okay.
oh, that was just me and my feelings and using alcohol as like my scapegoat. Nope.
We need an expert in here to come in
Yes.
studio and clear this up for us.
What was the doctor's name? What's her name? What was her name?
Nurse something.
Nurse. I forget your name, but please
I
come
don't
here.
remember either. Shoot. I don't remember either. But before we get into topic 2, I think you have something to tell our fans.
Yes, I do. First and foremost, I want to say before we move on to our next topic, we just want to thank you guys, the fans, for making us the ESPN of talk. And for us to continue, we could really use your help. Make sure to subscribe on our YouTube channel and give us a 5-star rating. Also, don't forget to leave us a comment. We love AfterBuzz, and one of our favorite things we love about it is the fans and interacting with us. And so thank you for showing us all the support.
Yes, and also we're in the live chat, so hit us up in the live chat. We also want to say thank you to everyone that commented last week: Lovable Nikki, Nancy Rose, Lisa Mack, Layla Kumar, and Fiona M. Thanks for always keeping us posted on your thoughts.
Yes, and keep sharing if you guys like our after show and chat with us, after the show as well. But we'll get more into that at the end. I did want to talk about the merger a bit because obviously that's the title of this episode and it's kind of sprinkled throughout, everywhere. I really, at the beginning when Liza asks Charles about the merger, he's like, no. I mean, what are your guys' thoughts on the merger? We obviously have some...
He was just
I
trying to
looked at that.
control her.
Yeah.
He was like, well, why don't you just come to my company? And she's like, what did you just say? I was like, the audacity.
Right?
What? Like,
You weren't happy about that?
she already worked for him. She's high. Why? What does she have to do at Mercury? They have no money. They have no funds. They only have like one book with a murderer. So it's like, what am I leaving for? Alleged murderer.
Interesting. When Maggie brought it up, I thought it was an interesting concept. And the fact that Liza repeated that idea to Charles, it was interesting because I wasn't sure if she was doing it to make herself happy, to make Charles happy, or just to avoid having to argue all the time. And the fact that, Charles went for it because he wanted to be back with his family. I don't know. Part of me, again, knowing sneaky Charles, I feel like he has something up his sleeve. I don't know what, but I feel like he does. And it was interesting how he's willing to take a step down. He sold it for $1. So I was like, Charles, what are you up to? What are you really doing?
I mean, at the end of the day, isn't it all the same profit for him?
I guess because he still owns a part of it.
So, editor, publisher, you're still richer than everybody working there.
Yeah, so I guess with Millennial, does he still own that 100%? Because there's obviously other board members that were like,
But he started
in
it. His family
charge.
started it, so he still
Right.
benefits from it. I guess that is really like unclear, but I mean, I would
Yeah.
assume so.
yeah.
I don't know.
But then
I'm
again,
not
why
sure.
was he wondering about like when Mercury was happening? He's like he mortgaged his house, so maybe not. I don't know. I don't know how business
Yeah, I need
works.
some clarification
That's all
on
from
that.
Forbes come here.
Ryan just had a whole conversation by himself.
I really truly
You
did.
were answering your own questions, so that
But
was
that's
so cute.
why you need your own show.
Yes, exactly.
Whoever said that in the comments, oh my god, if you know someone who knows someone who knows Oprah, hit me up.
It's gonna happen. We're putting it into the universe.
Hopefully.
I did really love that Liza has been so strong with Charles.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, you can just tell that it's like she's so mature. Like, I never did this in my 20s, like being able to like stand up to someone that was like, oh, well, maybe you should do this or that. And it's like, I love how she's just like, oh, you're going to the retreat now? Well, bye, I'm going home. And he's like, well, can't we just stay in the same room? And she's like, nope.
Yeah.
In what world?
Right.
Charles. I wish Charles had a more professional name so I could just keep calling him that, but it's just Charles. And now it's boring.
Yeah, the fact they didn't ride up there together, they didn't sleep in the same room.
Yeah.
That was interesting, especially when Charles knocked on the door and our girl Liza thought it was Josh.
I know.
The
wow.
LSD
What a mind
thought it was
freak.
Wishful thinking, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Okay, Alice, what's next?
Don't hate, don't hate.
Well, the other question I had with this Charles and Liza thing with him asking her to work for him was like, that's the whole reason he left Millennial was because they couldn't work together if he continued to work there. So it's like, now you're asking her to come on in basically the same position as your like
Subordinate.
yes, thank you. I was like, what's that word I'm looking for? And then it would be the same. So how could she even work there? It didn't even make sense to me.
Yeah, how would she be, like, it would just be the same situation that
Exactly.
all over. So that made no sense. So is
Yeah.
Charles smart?
Charles is sneaky, and he's playing a game of Monopoly right now, and I don't know where he's going to land. But yeah, I thought it was kind of him to offer her a job, but I thought the first thing that it made me think is that he's trying to control her and control everything and control everyone. He put it under the guise of going back to his family, but Charles, you're a divorced man. Your family, you come from a broken home now, so.
Yeah, I literally wrote down.
That was really dark.
That was dark.
That was dark.
Sorry. I just get emotional.
I literally wrote down that he's trying to manipulate her.
See?
And so, but he's so charming. That's why he gets away with so
Mm-hmm.
much.
Well, I guess you have to be charming and sneaky to be smart. So I answer my own question. Charles is smart.
That's right.
Love when
I
you answer your
guess.
own questions.
I know, me too. Maybe that commenter was right. Maybe I should have my own show.
You don't need any co-hosts. It's just you.
I would have you guys come for a while, for like, actually, never mind. Let's just get back to it. I'm like dreaming up my own dreams here.
All right, guys. Well, back to Younger.
Yes.
I did want to mention a little bit or talk about, just some of the other characters like Zane.
Mm-hmm.
Because, God, it's just like you think you're getting rid of Zane and then it's like, boop, I'm back.
I know.
I'm mad at Kelsey. She keeps like letting him back in. She's like so pissed at him all the time. He's like, we did a great job back there. I'm like, you asked her to stay and watch this girl talk about murder for 5 seconds. You laughed and you left. What did that like equal to drinks? Like,
Well, yeah, especially because last episode, like Kelsey was so livid at Zane. And I was like, oh, this is the end. She like hates him for good now. And then of course he's like makes one joke and she's like, okay.
You know what it is? I think, you know how a lot of high profile women sometimes are just a little lonely. Maybe Kelsey's now lonely and Zane's the only person she can really talk to that she's been involved with, so she has that connection with him. So maybe that's why she keeps going back to him. I'm sorry, girl. I mean, and he's fine. Just saying.
Well, that's true. We've seen his workouts.
Yeah.
you can find 5 other Zanes on Hinge, guys.
Well,
all
yeah,
I'm
isn't she
saying.
still on the high profile
Yep.
dating app?
Creative
Yeah.
director.
Right.
Oh, right.
That's right. Yeah, she should be getting dings all the time.
Yeah, that's hella good PR.
Every time you say that, I laugh.
I know, and I also saw on a random note, I saw on Instagram like a feed for Peter Herman's real baby. Their like newest baby. I was like, oh, that's funny.
Interesting. Interesting.
Anyways.
But Gemma's still the best.
Gemma is the best. Yes. Anyways, yeah, I was just. Oh, and then the Audrey Colbert. What did you guys think about that? Do you think they're gonna lose a lot of money on that? Because I think she's probably gonna leave Mercury, right?
I wasn't sure. I was like, did she definitely? Because Zane didn't. He went out for drinks. He didn't seem concerned that she was mad after that session where they heard her. She heard them call her a killer. But I like Audrey. Something about her sinister ways and the fact that she's so manipulative and she like switches from crazy to crying. Something about her I like. But I don't know what's going to happen with that.
I think she's going to stay. I feel like anywhere you go, everyone's going to think you're a murderer. Like,
sure.
OJ wrote a book and everybody knows he did it. So it's like, money is money in this publishing world.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen with that. I guess we'll save that for predictions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it looks like Zane and Kelsey are back together, which I was just like, WTF. We also had Maggie stuck upside down in the house.
At first, I was like, "Is this a sex swing? What happened here?"
Well, that's what the neighbor thought.
Did he?
He's like, "Ooh, can I get that on Amazon?"
That was so gross. They were really pushing the envelope. Like on this episode, they had that masturbation scene, and then I heard somebody say the word like a curse word, and I was like, "Oh, I forgot that they are able to." I just don't think they've been cursing on the show much. So I was like, "Huh." Pushing the envelope in season 6. I like it.
Yeah, I guess they were like a little bit more lewd in this episode.
I thought the storyline with the guy was going to be that he was going to come rescue her and Maggie was going to have an affair with a man.
Nope.
It definitely took a different turn.
That was literally the definition of men are nothing. Except me. And maybe myself included.
Yes, that guy was, I wish the guy was cuter, but I guess it made it more of a statement because he wasn't like the most attractive man.
Honestly, it's New York. That doesn't surprise me that happened.
Yeah, I really thought the fire department was going to come and it was going to be like some hunky man or
See?
something. And she was going to be like, come on in for a
Or a
drink.
woman breaking stereotypes, as Sahai always says.
Yes.
What is that thing? You always say
Gender neutral.
gender neutral.
I learned that from our Nico. I am on board. Thank you, Nico, for your education.
Thank you,
Yes.
Nico. I am now educated thanks to Sahai because of you.
Yes, sharing the wealth.
Yes, it's great. And then we had, why am I blanking on names tonight? Diana.
That
It's been a long day. It's
It
fine.
happens to me all the time.
I like misspelled it on my paper and then I was like, that's not her name. And I was like, but then what is her name?
Danana.
I love that she's like going to be the voice of this sexual book. What did you guys think about that?
You know, Diana has a special place in my heart. So any time that she gets to do something different and we get to see her outside of the office or what she's like, this gave us a glimpse into her sexual side, which we've seen before, but it was cool that they chose her for this.
I feel like she's the type of person also who doesn't realize that she has like star power. So the moment she
For
realized
sure.
it, she was like, "Oh yeah."
Totally.
She's like, "I'm sexy."
Yeah.
Yeah, she tried out some voices, so I thought we could all try out our sexy voices as well here in studio. Do
Well,
you guys want
I
to
give you
it a
guys
try?
my sexy voice every week.
I think this is as good as it gets. I'm shy.
Oh dear. Well, while we get into the next episode,
Yeah.
that's mine.
Very good. Very
That
good.
was good, actually. I'm envious. I don't even know. Like, I don't consider myself sexy, I guess.
You are.
So we'll be
people have
reading the
spoken.
book on tape for younger in the next season.
They should hire you. HarperCollins, are you watching?
Yes, please. Well, did you guys have any other things that stuck out in your minds about this episode before we get into Youngerisms?
I already mentioned about Audrey the killer, and just the fact that she switched into this. 1 minute she's dull, and then she starts crying, and she was like, "Yeah, that's what I did on trial." And I was like, "Oh yeah, you really did it. You really
You
are.
did that.
Mhm, right?" And then let me see. That was it for me. I just thought it was interesting, the whole microdosing conversation, and I just was sad that Liza and Josh didn't kiss for reals because I wanted to see them kiss or do more. So hopefully that will happen soon, but I'll leave that for predictions.
Next time in Sahai's Dreams.
That's right. I guess one last note. What did you guys... Do you think Josh is really going to... I mean, we could say this for predictions, I guess, too. Now I'm having a conversation with myself. Do you think he's really going to do the franchises again with a tattoo studio? Because in another season, previously, he was contacted about doing that and was like, I can't do it.
I think because this guy Travis is his friend, and now that he has a daughter, and you know Gemma's making more money than him from her big Instagram following because she's an influencer, I think Josh is now open to franchising Inkberg.
Yeah.
Again, we don't know where Claire is. Where are you, Claire? Not taking care of your child, I see.
Honestly, kind of getting concerned too. Where is she?
They haven't said anything, so I think that's another motivation for him. If he is going to end up being a single parent, he's going to want to have more money available for his baby. So I think he may do it. And then, then Josh is going to be a boss. I like
Not
this.
as boss as Charles. Old money, new money.
Whatever. Charles was born with a silver spoon in his mouth.
I'm so money driven when it comes to this after show. I'm just like, I just go where the coin is. I think that's why I like Charles so much.
Maybe that's what it is. That's why I like Josh, because he's like worked himself up from his bootstraps and he's scrappy.
And you know, Brooklyn is for the scrappy folks.
That's right.
Williamsburg is basically Manhattan. We're going to stop calling it Brooklyn now.
No, it is Brooklyn. You still have to cross the bridge. Trust.
The L train is the bridge.
All right, guys. Well, let's get into our special segment. We've got some Youngerisms for you guys. So
Yes.
My Youngerism?
Mm-hmm. Or I'll start.
Who wants to start?
I liked when Liza heard Diana's voice and she said, I think we just found our seasoned slut. I thought that was cute. And then when Liza saw Charles at the hotel, she said, Charles was like, oh, you beat me? And Liza was like, for once, huh? So you could tell she's getting tired of him always randomly, quote unquote, showing up where she's working. You know, I'd be mad at my boyfriend just showing up at my job all the time, not to bring me flowers or like lunch, but just to compete with me. I'd be more angry.
It's not her workplace. It's a social setting where they're both going.
For work. She's not
His
going.
work, her work, same thing.
They need
They're
to draw
both
the line.
working. That's like if I'm on a red carpet, I'm like, oh, I can't believe Kelty Knight is here. Like,
Yeah, but if you were dating Kelty Knight and then she
Exactly.
didn't tell you she was going to the red carpet
Thank
and then
you.
you just showed up and you were like, hey, what are you doing here? I thought you were like at home eating tacos.
It's like, no, I'm covering A Star Is Born. Didn't I tell you? Like, of course you, like, when Mario and Juliana see each other, you know they're going to be there.
But they're not in a relationship together.
Okay, but regardless, if they were, okay, let's say they were in a relationship. Forget Bill, forget Mario's wife. Mario, Juliana, in a relationship. They're both covering A Star Is Born. And they, like, and they're both working at different outlets, like, and they're both standing next to each other on the carpet. You're obviously going to see them because you know what to expect.
Right. No, if it was an industry mixer, yes. But this is something,
Not a mixer.
this was something to get to know the author, right? It's a little bit more intimate. So the fact that your boyfriend did not tell you he was going to be
But on
there.
the carpet, you're getting to know the stars. You're getting the
carpet
interviews.
is different. Carpet is different. This was a more intimate, like one-on-one sitch. Don't.
Well, you guys, we
I'm
have
comparing.
a hot, we have a
It's the
hot
same
debate going
thing.
on.
Same
about
thing. The retreat is the Star Is Born carpet, and Liza and Charles are Mario and Juliana if they were married.
But the situation would be different if it was Juliana and Bill. You see, because they, again, when you're in a
But they were already in the same business. We're not bringing Bill into this. This is Mario. Do not recreate my fantasy.
This is a stretch. This is a stretch.
It's not a stretch. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. This is real. Mario, Juliana, keep doing what you're doing.
All right, well, let's talk about your Youngerism. Otherwise, we're going to be just debating this the rest of the night. But we'd love to hear what you guys think in the comments as well. So let us know.
Mine was, you mentioned it earlier. You always mention it every time I come over to Youngerism. No, you don't. I
we're
think it's
twins,
funny.
just like we're wearing navy blue today.
I know, we
both
really
got we got the memo.
Me
so.
too. I mean,
Yes.
mine's pink
Yeah.
and navy blue.
We'll take a photo for you guys after.
My Youngerism was when she said, "Oh, the jury fell for that too." Like when she was doing the when
gosh, yeah.
Aubrey was doing the Audrey.
Yeah.
Audrey
Yes,
was doing.
Audrey.
I'm thinking of Aubrey Hepburn, but Audrey was reading the book and they were like, "Do it with more emotion," and she was like, "Oh my God, I can't believe!" And then she's like, "Yep, the jury fell for that too." I was like, "Oh God."
Sociopath. That's what
There's a lot more walking among us than you think.
Yes, it's true.
It doesn't even faze me. I just thought it was great.
Yeah, I loved it. I don't know. You kind of took mine, and then I
Sorry.
wrote down also it's called not LSD, so I guess that was
That was
fine.
cute.
Yeah.
That was cute.
So I guess I'll just be calling all items like that not
Yes.
that.
Mm-hmm.
This is my not wine. Anyways, do we have any news today?
We have tons of news. Let's get
All right.
into it.
Go off, Juliana.
Yes, she is my dream. Yes, I love Juliana. So, you know, as I always do, I spend my days and nights scouring the Instagrams of the younger cast. There's their posts and their stories. So this is a Charles David, aka Zane, just appreciation post because he just looks very handsome here. He's on vacation and I've been following him on his journeys and I feel like I'm with him. So yeah, I feel really close to Zane, as well as the other cast members who are also on vacation, which I will show you. We have, I love this picture. Next picture is Hilary and her husband and her 2 sons. We've been seeing a lot of pictures of just the baby, but this one we have the entire family, which I thought was soups cute.
Super cute.
Love it. That's so cute.
And did Charles David change his Instagram handle to pretend that he's running for president?
This post, which I love, is Nico and his wife renewing their vows in Bali. So they had a whole story taking them with him explaining the process from beginning to end, and she got her makeup done and they followed the traditional ceremony to kind of renew their vows, and this is them in the final finished product, which I thought they looked beautiful.
Wow, that is
I feel like
so
that's so
cool.
on brand for him.
Isn't that amazing? And then that's them like at the actual ceremony in Bali. So I just thought that was super cool. And then afterwards they celebrated by going to a drag show. So they had, instead of going to West Hollywood, they went to Bali and had some fun there. And I just thought this picture of Nico and one of the drag queens was so cute.
Nico, we need to be invited to next year's renewal. of the
Right? Look how
vows.
fun that is. Like,
That
you
was
know, sometimes
awesome.
if you've ever been to a drag show in your city, you think, you know, that's how it is. But it seems to be the same everywhere. Just fun and dancing and performing everywhere. This next picture is of Molly. She's in a new movie and she's pregnant in
I
the
was
movie.
like, oh my God, how did she get pregnant?
I was like, wait, what? I was just
Yeah,
as confused as you.
No,
I was like,
she's pregnant in the movie, which I thought was so cute just to see her in a different role. Molly Bernard is in a new film. And let me just read the caption to you right quick. Friends, last year I had the singular opportunity to work on a truly beautiful, challenging, and very funny independent film called Milk Water. The cast and crew are a melange of scrappy geniuses that uplifted each other and collaborated with joy every step of the way in making this delightful film. It was my first time leading a project, and I'm so proud of what we made and so excited to share us. Give us a follow at Milkwater Film for stills and the official trailer drop coming soon. How cute is that?
Awesome. I just love Molly. I always
Isn't
love
she
her
great?
Instagram posts.
Also, because, you know, I'm traveling with the cast on their vacations, our girl Debi is in Italy with her husband. Her post says, lunch with a view, staying, I think, at Tona Discopello Medieval Tuna Fishing Farm for a few nights. And yeah, with her husband, and who has tats. And how cute is he?
Well, and did you see that background? I mean,
Hello, beautiful, right?
beautiful.
And then we have some exciting news, guys. We've been renewed for season 7. Well, us and the younger show itself. So season 7, here we come.
we have jobs.
Yes, I was so excited to hear that because what I found out, I read a Deadline article, which we'll put the link to. It says Younger's 6th season, which debuted June 12th, logged the series' highest rated season premiere amongst people 25 to 54. So that age range is huge, and women 25 to 54. It was also up 23% this year to year among total viewers, drawing in 1.3 million viewers. What also was interesting is that Younger remains the top cable sitcom for the 3rd year in a row amongst women 25 to 54 and 18 to 49. And then Younger is the only original remaining scripted series on TV land. Did you guys know that?
I didn't know that.
And then one other thing is you know, Younger has also expanded to our after show. They have their another after show called Getting Younger, and then they have the Younger Uncovered podcast. So it's just, you know, a booming brand. And last but not least, our boy Darren Star, one of the creators of the show, also has a new project called, which is about to start on the Paramount Network called, it's a dramedy called Emily in Paris, starring Lily Collins, which I thought,
I actually
A-list over here.
again.
I actually talked to Darren's publicist like right before the day before he was going to Paris because I was trying to get him on the show, but they were like, "Oh, he's going to Paris tomorrow," and I was like, "Oh, okay, well."
Darren, you forgot to send our tickets
I
because we
know.
were ready to travel. I mean, my
Yeah.
passport's good. Is
We
yours?
could have done the.
I actually, to be completely honest with you, have no idea where my passport is.
Jesus.
You know what? I lost mine like a month ago, and it was not fun getting.
You
a
have
new
to
one.
report it to the government.
I
Oh my
know. I
God.
had to do that. It was such a pain.
No, it's not fun.
Don't ever lose your passport, guys. Second PSA of the episode.
I like know it's in my house somewhere. I just like really need to dig deep and find it. Anyway, when I do find it, I will be there just with the rest of you guys.
Yeah, but it was just good to see that the show is coming back. It's going strong. You know, we'll get to see our favorite cast and crew again for another season. And I'm just was like, where are they going to go now?
I don't know, but they should all come to LA and do an episode.
Yes, come on.
I would love that.
And then we can all be extras in it, and I would love it.
Someone can publish a book about AfterBuzz, and then like they can be in the audience, and I'll be
Yes.
like, "Hey guys, so welcome. Do you want to publish my book?"
So Maria,
Yes.
let's get one of your books on Younger. That would be fantastic. All right, guys. Well, this has been a lot of fun tonight, and that's just I'm so excited that we're renewed and that we're going to be back.
Yes.
And, you know, we'd love to keep chatting with all of you guys after this episode.
And you want to go into some predictions?
I do want to go into predictions before we get into that because I just already forgot what we're doing here. Yes, predictions. I do have some predictions as well. My predictions are that Josh and Liza are going to have some sort of encounter. I don't know what. I know you are over there rolling your
Don't make any
eyes.
noise.
And I know some of you probably watching this are rolling your eyes, but it's going to happen or it's going to come close to happening. And I hope it does because I've been looking forward to it for
Same here.
a long time.
Same here. Same here. It's been brewing for a long time. My prediction is that Charles is up to something, like I was saying, and this, you know, coming back home to the family bit is all a lie because Charles is sneaky and he's actually going to try to get the power back. I mean, I know he's not a power hungry guy, but I feel like this merging of the two may not work, especially I don't know how he's going to feel. He and Zane are going to feel reporting to Kelsey now. They've given her so many problems and, you know, they weren't even working together and they gave her problems. So what are they going to do to her working like side by side her now? Excuse me. Also, I just want to see. I'm hoping that Liza's going to grow. The fact that Diana said, you know, she just sends Liza out to run an errand for her. I'm like, is Liza still at the same level? Has she moved up a little bit? I know she's working close with Kelsey, but I need Liza to be like at the level that Kelsey was before she got this promotion. I just need some more growth from her. I want to see.
She has an office, doesn't she?
I don't.
Yeah,
I
she
thought
does.
she's
She
an
has
editor,
Kelsey's old
right?
office.
Does she?
Yeah,
Okay.
she's an editor.
Okay,
But like, I guess the trick of the trade is still getting lunch.
Why? No.
Well, and Diana, I mean, the age hasn't been confirmed to Diana yet,
It hasn't.
right? She still thinks
Oh, I
that
thought
Liza's
everybody
27
knew.
or
Oh
whatever.
God!
28.
We have a whole thing now. It's gonna be a whole. Oh my God! That's all of next season. The trust issues, the boundaries.
Okay.
God. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just mentally preparing.
And
for
I
that.
also think that, you know, things have been a little rocky between Charles and Liza, but I think they're just going to get rockier. You know, this relationship is not going to remain perfect and happy. Also, where are Charles's kids? Maybe they're going to come back. Maybe the
And
wife.
Liza's daughter.
Hello, yeah.
I mean, we need bread facing back ASAP.
They're on a marriage vacation.
Maybe that darn
That's
ex-wife
right.
is going to come back.
Good
So I
one.
think in season 7, maybe we'll see all these characters come back and, you know, wreak havoc on their love.
Oh yeah, because she knows where is she at. She could be like, newsflash.
I have a crazy prediction.
Okay, give it
Let's
to
hear
us.
it.
Charles is gonna propose.
Oh God.
I don't want that to
He's
happen.
gonna propose, and then and then Liza's gonna accept it, and then he's gonna do some shady stuff, or no, he's gonna propose. They're gonna have a fast wedding, right? And then he's gonna do some shady stuff, and then once they have the wedding, she'll be like, oh, I'm stuck in this marriage, but I have to go through this shady thing, and now I'm stuck, and like it's gonna be this whole thing. Kelsey's gonna hate her. Diana's gonna be mad at her for marrying him. It's gonna be off with her and Enzo because he's gonna realize that she still has feelings. It's gonna be explosive. That is my prediction.
That's a lot. And I love
Far-fetched,
it.
but not so off the spectrum.
No, it could happen.
It could happen. And we want to hear all of your guys' predictions too. So please let us know in the comments. And please let us know on our own social channels too. You guys can reach out to us on Twitter or Instagram and even our own YouTube channels. You guys can find me at LSL Ford on Twitter and at Alice's Adventures on Earth on Instagram. And where can they find you guys?
Farai, Farai with 5 eyes.
And you can find me at Say Hi Sahai. That's SayHitsahai.
We hope you guys enjoyed chatting with us, and we can't wait to see you guys next week. Thanks so much again for joining us, and we'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Our founder, Kevin Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.